Hi everyone, it's the Fairy Fuzz Mother here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do a sugaring facial. Now, I haven't done one of these like in a long time, not at least out in the world. I do them at home all the time, but I haven't done one of these in like in front of a camera in a really long time. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Hold on. I've got a lot of things going on here. Okay, so also in addition to our sugaring facial, which I'm going to do for you guys right here, I'm also going to be sharing a spring sale code that we have that's going on right now. And it's by code only. And I'm going to be sharing that with you guys throughout the live. And it's for 25% off. And I have also tagged our kit, the products that I'm going to be going through with you on today's live. I've tagged them here so you guys can see them on our TikTok shop as well, but I haven't really figured out how to apply our, sale codes on TikTok, but I feel like TikTok will give you a code if you're new to shopping. Anyway, so we're gonna do a full face sugaring facial. And you might be wondering, why would I want to sugar my whole face? And I'll tell you right now, it's not just about, oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh, I just got a rose. This never happened to me before on TikTok. Mwah, mwah. So why would I want to sugar my face? Well, spring is in the air and we're all excited to glow like all the growing things around us. And what's amazing about a sugaring facial is it is literally the best facial you'll ever have because it removes all of the dead skin from your face, like all of it. And it removes any fuzzies if you want, I actually have a customer that didn't want her fuzz removed. So she created a new technique of how to give herself a sugaring facial, which I will share with you guys, but keeping her fuzz. But I like to just like get it done, strip it, get it off, make me fresh, make me smooth. I love giving myself a sugaring facial. I do it about once every like 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes 8 if I'm busy or lazy. And I will, so I'm going to be doing a full face sugaring facial. I'm going to go through all the different areas, how to apply the sugar, why you're doing it. You can actually get rid of blackheads as well. So we'll be sugaring the nose. There's no hair on the nose, but we want to get it like nice and smooth, and we want to get rid of some of these like little blackheads. And you can even sugar around the eyebrows, but I feel like my eyebrows look really good right now, but I always like to clean up around them anyway. So I'll just go over it on those sides. So first I want to introduce the products that I'm going to be using to give myself a sugaring facial. Actually, no. Way before that. Okay. I also have a new product that I'm really excited to try. It's not one of ours. It's a friend of mine, Jen and Rachel, created this amazing serum that I feel like, based on what I know about ingredients and how things work, I feel like this is the serum that I've been waiting for, but I actually haven't tried it yet. So I'm going to unbox it here with you guys. I honestly don't even know if they're on TikTok or not, but I will share their Instagram handle. I know for sure they're on Instagram. But the reason why this is important, well, I'm just going to show you the box. It's so cute. It's stripped skin science. Now, that's different than stripped skincare. And I think they only have this one serum, which I'm going to show you guys. But how cute is this packaging? And look at this. Look at this bottle. This bottle is going to be my friend for the next 30 days. And check it out. It comes with a little cold pack attached to it because this serum has live active ingredients in it. There's stem cells in here, plant-based stem cells that are going to be helping me repair some of my skin things. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm excited about this is I have the spot here. I've had it for years, and I can't use products like retinols and retinoids because I have really sensitive skin. So I can't get rid of it. So my hope is that this bad boy, Strip Skin Science, is going to help me get rid of that. So super, super thoughtfully packaged. They're not paying me to do this, by the way. I just love it when fellow female entrepreneurs do awesome things and create products that are meant to help us make life easier and make the world better by using clean and not nasty ingredients that are not good for you. By the way, not related to my sugaring facial, which I'm going to be doing for you guys shortly. But I read an alarming statistic yesterday. And it is basically how cancer rates in 20 and 30-year-olds has increased like dramatically. I think it's like 400% in the last 30 years. And one of the reasons that is happening is because of all the carcinogenic crap that's in our beauty and skincare and body care and personal care products. So this is another reason why I love supporting businesses that are health conscious, that are using good, clean ingredients and creating thoughtful products. So the reason why I'm introducing you guys to Strip Skin Science, which is not my brand, is because, whenever I want to try a new product that I know is going, or I hope is going to be giving me some like lasting effects, I really want to start with like a fresh palette. And the way I do that is by giving myself a sugaring facial, because by removing all of the dead skin that's getting in the way, the absorbability of whatever product you're using is going to enhance dramatically. So think of it like this. If you have like your living skin cells and then you have this barrier of dead skin cells, and then you're putting a product on top of that dead skin, that's actually blocking the product and the ingredients from reaching your living skin cells, which is where you want the absorption to happen. So because I'm wanting to try this new product and, really see the effects, I want to start with like as fresh of a canvas as I can. And I'm going to do that by sugaring my face, getting all the dead skin off, and allowing that absorbability to happen with our sugaring kit. So hold on. Is it possible for me to add links while I'm live here? Is that a thing? I'm sure that TikTok doesn't want you to go anywhere else while you're here. But we will post it after the live. We'll link you guys to their Strip Skin Sciences Instagram page. Unless they also have a TikTok page, in which case maybe next time we'll do this collaboratively. So I have my trusted coffee mug here. And then I also have my water because it's important to hydrate while you're drinking coffee. And then I'm going to show you the products that I'm going to be going through in the order that I'm going through. So first things first, you guys have seen this before. It's the Clean Slate. This is the cleanser. It's a micellar micellar water cleanser, and we have formulated it in such a way that it just cleanses your skin into the pores, but it doesn't tighten your skin. And what I hate, and I hate saying the word hate, like especially in public because it's so negative, but what I really, really dislike about most micellar waters, especially in this part of the world, is that they leave such a soapy, nasty film after, and that is not what you want. You don't want anything that affects the pH of your skin. So this cleanses the skin, it doesn't tighten it, and it doesn't change the pH, so you're just feeling like just fresh, but like clean. And the reason why it's important to cleanse the skin is, and I'm just going to be doing this with you. The reason why it's important to cleanse the skin is that when you're sugaring, any of the fuzz and hair that you remove, you're removing it from the follicle. That's why it takes so long to grow back. And when you remove the follicle, it's still, I already cleansed it, but look at that. When you're removing hair from the follicle, it's going to leave those pores open. And if your skin is not clean, those pores are going to get irritated. You're going to get like breakouts. You're going to get irritation, red spots, pimples, things like that. And we don't want that. So I've cleansed my skin, and I look at that. Oh my God, I swear I cleansed it earlier, but clearly it needed a double cleanse. Whenever you've got makeup on, I say do a double cleanse, because one step is just removing the makeup. And then the second step, that's so nasty. I'm almost like embarrassed to show you guys. The second step is going to clean into the pores, okay? And, I know I want to do the chin because I know we have a lot of people in the PCOS community that love and use our products. And I want to show you guys how to sugar the chin part as well. But really, like I said, we're going to be exfoliating, and I'm going to sugar my whole face. So here we go. We've got the cleanser down. So that's my number one step, okay? Now, I have a lot of things going on around me, and that is because I like to be prepared. So the second thing we're going to do, second step, actually, let me show you my setup first. So I have lots of lights, obviously, but I also really like to have one of these guys. It's a lit mirror with magnifying. It's like a magnifying mirror. And that's because sometimes tiny fine hairs are really hard to see. So I like to have that handy just so I can check over whatever area that I've gone through or gone over and make sure that I've gotten out every last hair. So I've got my magnifying mirror with the light around it so I can just check really fine details. I've got my products, which I'm going to introduce them to you. There's the water, there's the powder, the wax, and then the serum, which is going to be my last step. And I'll go through all of these. I have some cotton pads. As I showed you, I already used one to kind of cleanse the skin. And then I also have a big fat blush brush for the powder, applying the powder. Now, if I'm sugaring my underarms, I might just shake the powder directly on and rub it in. But the face, there's so many fine curves and edges that you want to be able to work the powder in and get it exactly where you want it. So I like using a brush, this little guy. Look, it's still got powder in it from last time. This is my dedicated sugaring facial brush. And I don't even know where I got it, but I feel like everyone has a big blush brush somewhere. I also really like to have a bowl with a wet towel. Sometimes I'll even have water in the bowl, but because I'm only doing the face, I just want this. Just a really damp, wet towel. And the reason why you want that is, you know, as you're kind of going through it, the sugar might get sticky on your fingers, and just a little bit of water, a little like just rubbing the wet towel will take that residue off. And then also at the end, after you've sugared everything, you want to be able to just like kind of give yourself like a little damp sweep to take off any like sugary, sticky residue. I also, when we get to that part, I'm going to also be doing like a 10 like rinse, like cold water rinse. I'll go over my face like 10 times. I obviously can't bring my sink here to you guys, but an alternative when you don't have a sink close by is just having a nice wet towel and just wiping off all the residue. But the water splashes on the face, the cold water splashes, that also serves a different purpose. That is not just to get rid of the sticky residue, but it's also to just like cool the face and allow those pores to start closing back up. Okay, so second product, while I take a sip of my coffee here, one must, okay, so second product is the detox dust. And we need this like 100% when you're sugaring your face, and when you're sugaring underarms and bikini. Those are the areas that you absolutely need it. And the reason is those areas are like the first areas that sweat. Like the second you start removing hair, it's going to start perspiring. And the sweat is going to create a water barrier. And that's going to get in the way of your sugar wax really, really sticking. I'm sure at some point during the sugaring facial that I'm going to show you guys today, you are going to see the wax roll. And that is going to be my cue. When it's not sticking, put on more sugar. So the way I like to prepare my powder, put on more powder. The way I like to prepare my powder for my sugaring facial is I'll twist the lid off, okay? And I'll sort of use the lid. Now you might be wondering what is in this beautiful powder. Oh, I gotta like twist this dispenser here because I don't want too much to come out at once. You might be wondering what is in this powder. And it's very cool. We use a lot of natural ingredients, non-toxic. This is a talc-free powder. There's no talc in here. We use tapioca starch, chamomile flower, kale and clay, all like really natural earthy ingredients. I'm just gonna have extra because after my fingers get into the sugar, I don't really love to touch this paper powder tube with it because then this is gonna get sticky. So I've got my powder all set. I already did my cleanse. This is called the Clean Slate, and the powder here is called Detox Dust. And one of the things it does is while it's on your skin, it's also got antiseptic properties and it's absorbing any like toxins, any bacteria. So it's just kind of keeping your skin calm and clean for the sugaring process. So I'm just gonna set this down next to my brush and then, and I'm all set. Now I like to keep my hair because I when I sugar the face, I like to go right to the hairline. So I need to keep the long hairs out. So for today, I've got my bunny ears. And I want to show you guys that I don't really like pull it too far back. Like I will go right to the hairline, right to where I'm going to get the sugar. I would rather get sugar on this because then I can just throw it in the wash and wash it out than in my hair because then I would have to go wash my hair and we know that's work. So I've got my hair all out of the way, got my bunny ears because Easter is coming up. And for our spring sale, guys, speaking of bunnies, we are cruelty-free. Every single product in our line is cruelty-free. And we actually have a very strict cruelty-free policy. We do not work with any suppliers that practice in any animal testing in any part of their business, whether it's, affecting our products or not. Like it's a matter of principle, guys. It is a matter of principle. So I've got my sugar here and it's like kind of warm. And to be honest, I feel like it's too warm, but we shall see. And the way I warmed it up is on the radiator. I have like an extra little radiator heating unit in my room because it's been chilly. And I just pop this right on top of it. I just let it sit. This is not plastic, it's glass. So being glass, you could put it on hot things and it's not gonna melt. So this, my dears, is the Glow Goop. Yes, this is our star product, guys. This is the best sugar wax. Ooh, okay. It's a little sticky, but not too bad. Ever. And you can use the same sugar wax on your face, underarms, bikini, body, legs, arms, belly, all of it, right? And how we apply it to each zone might just vary slightly, but for the most part, this is it can be used on every type of hair. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna have to get really close to the camera while I'm doing this. Okay, so first things first is our consistency. We gotta check our consistency, okay? You wanna be able to move the sugar wax with some effort, but you don't want it to be all runny. This is almost too, oh my gosh, that's mesmerizing. It's almost too soft, but because I'm in a cool room, I know it's gonna cool down, so I'm not worried about it. And this is about the size that you need. What would you call this? The size of a cherry? Can you say, maybe I might wanna go a little bit bigger than that actually, because I like to, do the cheek sweeps, quick. Okay, so I've got my sugar wax. Now, I'm not going to be leaving this jar just hanging out without popping the lid back on, because otherwise it's going to absorb ambient moisture. And when that happens, it's no good because then your sugar is going to get gooey. Okay, so I've got my sugar wax. It is the size of a large cherry, okay? And I'm kind of rolling it into a ball. Yes, I have some sugar on my fingers, but you know what? It washes off. It's water soluble. I'm not worried about it. So we've got our sugar wax, and then here, check it out. I've got my powder. So I'm going to use my non-sticky fingers to hold my brush. Okay, check it out. And then I kind of dust off. Okay, I like to start with, where should I start with? I like to start maybe, I never start on the forehead. Let's start on the cheeks, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of do circles. And the reason that I'm doing circles is because you want to work the powder in, right? You want it to get in there. And yeah, I went over my jawline. And I'm gonna just put this aside right here. And this is hilarious that I'm going to be doing this on a camera and not in a mirror. I mean, it's almost like a mirror, but just further away. Okay, so I'm gonna press this kind of on my jawline and I'm pulling it up, okay? And the reason why we're pulling up is because when you apply sugar wax, you want to apply it in the opposite direction of hair growth. So hair is growing this way. I'm applying it in the opposite direction because I'm going to pull it off in the direction of hair growth. Now, you see that I keep going over the same area. You need to like kind of like work the wax in and kind of mold it. But like the rule is typically you go over it 3 times. I'm doing this in super slow motion because I'm talking so much. And then at the end, I'm going to grab this lip and then I'm going to flick. Oh, yes. I don't know if you could see that, but I like even just hanging off the edges like this little hairsies. And then guess what? We're going to reuse this. Believe it or not, we are going to use this one lump to do the entire face. So in 1 jar of sugar wax, you can get like, I don't know, like 30 facials. So now I'm going to just move down, go to the next panel, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply it up. Okay? So I pull. See, this room is so chilly that it's already like cooling down and hardening. Usually when you apply it to your skin, it warms up. Your skin is warm, so it warms it up. Okay, so I've got my sugar. I want to just kind of pat down the edges, okay? And guys, keep in mind, I have really sensitive skin and this feels like nothing, okay? So I do that and I do a quick flick. And when you turn it on the side, you can see all the little fuzzies like sticking out of it. And then we roll it back up and we keep going. Now, I'm going to do a quick mirror check because I want to make sure that I got it. Okay, so I got it, but I want to get a little bit closer to this like hairline over here. Okay, so I'm going to just press it in. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that? It didn't stick. There's my cue. There's my cue. Apply more powder. So I'm going to grab my powder and I'm just going to go over this area where I want to apply the sugar wax. Now, you might see that kind of rolling happening, whether you have too, like if your skin is oily or if it's wet. So you definitely want to take the time to cleanse the skin. This is why the cleansing part is so important. So I'm just kind of looking in the mirror to get the wax exactly where I want it to be. Where the rest of it lands is like I'm not worried about it. Okay. And I got it to the top. And sometimes you'll see me like, stretch my jaw to get more like stretch in. And then once I'm here, then I do that. And there you have it, folks. So once the sugar goes back in here, it's totally fine. So here, we're just doing exfoliation because there's no hair here, right? So we just want to make sure that it matters a lot less the direction of hair growth because there's no hair. And you can like literally sit with this for like a couple of minutes. I don't really leave it on my cheek for that long. Ooh, that stung. That stung a little bit because my cheek is so sensitive. And then you just want to make sure that you're going over all the surfaces just to make sure you get that like good exfoliation all over. Now, let's say that I miss a spot and I've sugared it. Can you go over the same area more than once? And the answer is absolutely. And the reason is because the sugar is not taking off your living skin cells, it is actually, oh, I gotta powder the chin. I did not powder the chin. So I could tell that it's not gonna stick. So you got like two things going on. You're exfoliating and you're removing hair and fuzz. So the way you apply it might like vary depending on what you're doing. So the chin, I personally don't have a lot of chin hairs. So I just apply it in the easiest manner possible. But if you do have chin hair, I'm going to show you how to do it, right? So here, I hold it, keep the skin taut, and watch the way I flick it. It's just a quick flick, like you're turning the page of a book. So now for my PCOS friends who do suffer from some hirsutism, and often that hormonal hair growth happens right underneath the chin. And it's usually growing towards the neck. So I want to start kind of at the base of the jaw and then pull it forward. And do you see, because it's not super runny, I could literally mold it to like any shape, any part. I don't have to worry about being quick because that's how forgiving this sugar wax is. And then once you've got it, you kind of flick back, okay? And the same with this side. We're gonna start like kind of where your jawbone is, work your way to your chin, like this. Oh, can you guys see? Okay. And then you grab the end and you flick it. Now I know it looks like super easy because I obviously have been doing this for some time. And then check it out. And then in the middle, you just go over it. 1, 2, this is my second pull. And then 3 times. And then I grab the end and then I flick back. And then let's say it gets all stringy and stuff like this. You want to roll it back into a ball because sugar likes to stick to sugar. Okay. And then I could like go over the same area. I'm just going to quickly check with my mirror here. Mirror on the wall. Did I get them all? Oh, look at that. I've actually got a little fuzzy right here. And we're going to just go over it. So, you know, it's, you can't really mess this up because the sugar is so gentle on the skin. You can go over the same area multiple times. You can, I haven't powdered this side, but how are we looking on this side? See, I'm a little bit rosier in the cheek. Let's do the upper lip. I think I did a upper lip live with you guys a few weeks ago, but you know, there's no such thing as too much upper lip action. So when you're applying the powder to the upper lip, really work it in because this is the area that's going to sweat first. So I'm going to kind of press it in the corner and pull it towards the center, okay? 1, 2, 3. If you don't feel like you got 3 good pulls, do a 4th one. It's totally fine. And then this end is thinner, this end is thicker. It makes it easier to grab. And then I do that, and there you go. Now, the upper lip, I almost always go over it a few times, but I really did a good job this time. And then the corners, sometimes you'll have like a couple of little fuzzies in the corner when you go up. So remember, we're always going against the direction of hair growth. Now you can see that my sugar is melting and it's getting softer because my skin is warm. And it softens it. And that's okay. Because if you want it to come back, just roll it up and then go over it. And then we're going to do this side now. Honestly, sometimes I have to go over the upper lip like 4 times, but I did a pretty good job. I will consult my magnifying mirror in a moment and then grab and flick. Ooh, ooh. Okay, the upper lip is really the only spot that I would say consistently, like every single time you sugar it, it's gonna sting a little bit. It's not gonna sting like waxing. Waxing is hell on wheels because waxing is actually like ripping off your living skin. Okay, that looked awkward. So I'm gonna just go over it again. And with sugar, you're not taking off any living skin. You're only taking off the dead skin. And you know what? I could go this way. I'm just going to try it, you know? Because going the other way felt super awkward with my hand. And I know, oh yes. Yeah. And you can feel it. It zings a little bit. And then the middle, I like to go over a couple of times. Just the middle right here. And it doesn't matter which way you go. It really doesn't. Like, you really can't mess this up. Okay, so now I'm gonna consult my magnifying mirror here. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, I did a great job. But I see there's a few little fuzzies here. I don't know if you guys can see them. And then there is a couple of little fuzzies here. So let's attack this side first. So first things first, we're gonna do the powder again every time, okay? And I take a breath in, and then I'm gonna breathe out while I'm applying the powder, so I'm not like breathing the powder in. Because that could really tickle your nose. And then I'm gonna just go over the side, the part that I want those stragglers gone from. So as the sugar gets softer, you don't have to apply the whole thing, right? I like to start with a bigger piece for the sides of the face. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Got him. I like to start with a big piece for the side of the face. But if you're just doing like upper lip or just doing your brows, honestly, like half of this is plenty. And then whenever I'm doing like a small part and I don't want to apply the whole thing, so like right here, it's right here, then I just hold the sugar and I only press down what I want where I want it. And I'm just holding the rest, you see? And it's a slow process. The slower you go, the more the time the sugar has to bind to the hair. And even though the area around your eye is really sensitive, like we're not going to be ripping off the skin. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so when I do the nose, obviously you want to powder it because you want it to stick, but you want it to stick to the dead skin and the blackheads, okay? And the blackheads tend to be on the sides. The dead skin tends to be right on the bridge. So here what I'll do, and actually, you know what? You could start further up. Let's say here, right? Let's say that you want to like sugar this little area. Oh my God, that's so cute. I mean, I just love sugar. It's so, like, I feel like this is what self-care should feel like. Like fun, kind of play. Sorry about that. That was me answering a call by accident when I meant to decline it. Where's my do not disturb? Okay. So I could just hang out, like, you know, I've got this little ball hanging out at the end. I'm going to let it hang out there because that's going to be my leverage. And I like to leave it on because I want it to like really absorb that dead skin. And I might even pat it a little bit and then I flick it and check it out. gone. Now, when I do the sides of the nose, because I'm trying to get blackheads, I want to apply it thinner and I want to really like press it in a lot more. Oh, did you see how it slipped? That means we need more powder. So here we're going to just like work it in, work it. Now, depending on the type of blackheads you have, because some blackheads are like dead skin blackheads and some blackheads are oil blackheads. The oil blackheads are a lot harder to get out. The dead skin blackheads, which are the more common ones, are a lot easier. Now I'm talking all nasally. Okay, so I've like really worked it in, right? I've got it nice and thin and I pull it off and look. Can you guys see? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Can you see those tiny little sticky uppies? Like little fuzzy sticking up. You could see there's a few little bulbs and blackheads over there. They look more like whiteheads. I do this regularly, so I actually don't have buildup that's like long enough to be blackheads. And now I'm doing the same thing on this side. And just like really working it in, like get in there, okay? And you could leave it on for a little bit. Make sure you get into the crease. And if the crease is not sticking, that means it's a little oily. You can go over it and cleanse it again. Oh, snap. I really hope you guys can see. Honestly, my eyesight is not like amazing. So I don't know what you can see. So I've done this whole side, chin, upper lip. I clear the upper lip good. I've exfoliated my nose. And actually, as I'm looking into the mirror, you can see that as you begin to remove the dead skin, like this kind of like dry skin stuff starts to show. So I'm going to go over this part again. And this is really typical because our nose is like one of the places that the sun hits like regularly. Every day, every time you're outside, it's really normal to have a lot of like buildup of like dead skin. And then I just like flick it off and boom, that looks a lot better. I do still see a little bit more right here in the bridge. Let's see, is it gonna stick? Oh yes, it's sticking. And I just wanna go over the parts. There we go. Okay, that looks awesome. I got it. So now we're gonna move on to this side. And then after this side, we're going to do the forehead and then we're done, okay? Now the forehead, because you're going around the brows, is gonna be different. This part is gonna be a little boring because it's like more of the same. But for those of you who are joining us later, you wanna kind of start on the side, on the jawline, where it's nice and bony, because that's what'll grip. And then you're gonna just kind of work the sugar in and pull it against the direction of hair growth. And when we pull it off, we are going to be removing it in the direction of hair growth, okay? So check it out. So I've got it. I've gone over it a few times. And then I do a quick flick. And I don't know if you guys can see the hairs, but I certainly can, especially with the backlit. Okay. So now you see that the sugar wax, it's actually changing color. It's changing color from like all of the dead skin that's going in there. And I'm just moving on to the next strip. And this is good. This means that your sugar wax is being used properly. It always happens. And so the other thing I wanted to show you guys is as the sugar gets softer and you can't take your fingers out, Don't worry about it. Use your finger almost as like your paddle, your leverage, and flick it. Once you flicked it off, then you can kind of put it all back together into a ball and move on to the next side or the next line. So again, we're starting at the jawline and we're going towards the eye, but not into the eye. Check it out. And this is going to refresh my face so much because it's like such an amazing exfoliation. Oh my gosh, so satisfying seeing that. And I can tell from like the color of my skin because where it has, I've sugared, it's been stimulated, it's rosy. And where I haven't, it's just kind of still more pale. So I'll just go over it. And this is like maybe not going in the exact direction I should be going in. But because there's not a lot of hair here that I have to worry about, I can do it any which way in order to just give myself that like good exfoliation and get rid of the hair. Now I'm going to take a look in my mirror and I see here that there's like this little patch right in the front, which I kind of want to get rid of. So I'm going to go get close to the hairline. Okay. And we go over it twice. Close your eyes. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right because I can't see until I see it in the mirror. And here we go. Here we go. Just pat it down where you want it. Exactly. Okay. And then the last pull, I'm going to pull the bulk of it here. And then I'm going to do that. But I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yes, we did. Okay. Now, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I'm going to just do this part one more time. And my little bunny ears have moved. So I'm not getting the exact like precision that I want because my hair is getting in the way. That's okay. And there we go. That you could see. All right. So we've done this and then we want to kind of like do a little swoop here. And you know, this is also a great face massage. You're kind of stretching the skin and we're going to get rid of this. Okay, so I told you guys that I would talk about this customer that we have that doesn't like to remove the hair on her face because she's worried it's going to grow back like thicker, which by the way, when it comes to sugaring, your hair actually grows back finer and less noticeable. So she will apply the sugar. I'm just going to do that here on the cheek. And she'll like kind of like leave it on for a few minutes. And then instead of doing a quick flick that'll remove everything, she'll kind of do like a slow like peel. Just because she's really excited about getting the dead skin off, but doesn't want to be pulling off the hair. Now let's get into the forehead, guys. I love doing sugaring the forehead because like just that exfoliation factor, oh, it just makes you like glow. I don't know, there's something about the forehead that, you know, it's almost like the first thing people see. And I'm going to start with like really close to the hairline, okay? And I'm going to just kind of, I know I'm pulling it in two different ways, which is weird. I probably shouldn't be doing that. But I'm going to do like just a little flick here. Now, when it comes to right here, I want to just put a tiny bit, which is not sticking. So we got to powder that. We're going to get into there and do this. So I'm going to put my finger over the brow so that I don't take off my eyebrow. And then I'm going to just kind of go into this gap. Okay. And voila. Ooh, that looks good. These hairs are a little bit thicker, so you might be able to actually see it. It gets blurry when I get close to the camera. And then same thing with the top of the brow. I'm just going to kind of put my finger over it so I don't accidentally get like right onto my eyebrow and then take the whole thing off, which, I mean, that's not really going to happen because that is some deeply rooted hair and you really have to mean it to get it off. And then I'm just kind of cleaning up the area around it. I love what just happened. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. So, I mean, I've had enough practice, guys, that I don't really need to put my finger over my brow to protect it. But when you're new to this part, just do it, just at the start. Okay, and then flick, and then boom. And we're gonna do the same thing here. This part, everyone is a little different, but this is the one part that, like everyone's size, the space between your brow and your hairline definitely can vary. So the space between my brow and my hairline is less. So I'm going to cover my brow just to be on the safe side, okay? Okay, so now that I've done this part, I'm just gonna do this side as well. Okay. I feel like I did a good job. I'm going to check my mirror. I feel like over here, there's still some fuzzies. So I'm going to go over it just like one more time. So, ooh, hello, sugar. So this is where I want it to be. And then I'm going to put a little bit more in. Okay, and then I'm going to go over it a third time because that's when we really get the binding happening. And then flick. Oh yes, we are clear, Houston. Okay, so now I see that there's some sparkly bits. That's just some extra sugar. And if I dab it with this, then I can remove the sugar. And you know, even any extra like dead skin that's hanging out. And it's just like a slight bit sticky, but not too much. And that is my sugaring facial. So now that I've done this, now I have sensitive skin. And you guys can tell, like, I'm so rosy, especially in the cheeks right now, but really all over. And that is, if you have sensitive skin, that can happen. What I love to do is go into the bathroom and do like 10 really cold splashes. The cold will cool the skin. It'll calm it down, take down any inflammation. And it'll also help the pores start closing back up because that's going to be like my number one priority for the next like 24 hours is don't use any oil-based products. Don't use any heavy creams. Just stay light. Don't use mineral makeup because some of them have nanoparticles in there. And I mean, if it gets into your pores, it's just going to clog it up and you're going to end up breaking out. And that's what we're trying to prevent. So for the next 24 hours, I'm not going to be wearing any makeup. I mean, I just, let my skin breathe. No problem. I'm going to be washing it with cold water. And then using our Silk Slip Serum. And this is great because it's a hyaluronic acid serum. And there's 3 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. And I have a discount code, a spring sale that we're having until Sunday. So I'm going to share with you guys a code that you can get 25% off. So just remind me in a second. But the reason why it's important to use hyaluronic acid, and this is hyaluronic acid derived from plant sources, is because hyaluronic acid actually helps your skin hold on to moisture. It facilitates that process. So instead of like putting something on my skin, hoping to infuse, hoping that my skin cells are going to be accepting its whatever form of moisture it's offering, this actually helps your skin plump up by holding onto more moisture. And this also helps the pores close back up. Now, I have really, really sensitive skin. That's why I developed this whole line. And I'm feeling like kind of itchy all over. That cold water combined with applying this after the cold water rinse is going to be really helpful. Now, if you didn't have cold water, by the way, this is my sugar lump. After I'm done, you can throw it into the compost, okay? Because it's biodegradable. But I'm just gonna leave it here because I didn't bring up my compost bin. But I have like a wet towel and I can just kind of go over and remove any residue sugars so that I can apply my serum. But because I have like the sensitive skin, I'm not going to apply the serum until after I actually do the cold water rinse. Because my skin just loves the cold water rinse. But I do want to show you guys the texture of this. Actually, hold on. I've got a little sugar lump on my nail. It's important to keep your skin hydrated after sugaring. Again, don't use oil-based products because they could clog up your pores. And then just keep it simple in terms of what you put on your face for the next 24 hours. But look at this. I mean, I might just put this on because it's so delicious. And then I'll just wash my face again and then put it on again. So this here, I mean, just look at that. It like goes right into the skin. Oh, so good. It feels so good. Like it's just like a glass of cool water on my face after all of this pulling and prodding. I mean, don't get me wrong. My face does also love the pulling and prodding. But this just calms it right down. Oh my gosh. Okay. And all I'm going to be doing for the next 24 hours is cold water splashes and moisturizing. And that is all. And also making sure, after all that coffee I drank, that I'm drinking water too. Moisture on your skin comes from the inside out. Topicals can help you retain moisture or can protect your skin from losing too much moisture, but it's not going to infuse moisture into your skin, at least not long term. I mean, it might do it for 5 minutes, but honestly, the rest of it is bullshit. Anyone telling you that like, you know, like it's like watering your skin. You need to water your skin from the inside, guys. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay, so I have tagged the whole kit and caboodle. These 4 products that I just went through for the sugaring facial come in a kit. You can buy them individually, but to save, I think like $60, $65, you can buy the kit. The kit is called Whole Kit and Caboodle. Right now, actually starting last night, we just kicked off our spring sale. This is only happening until Sunday. And our spring sale is with a code. So if you're not on our email list, go to sugarsugarwax.com and sign up right now, because that's how you're going to know about like sales, about like whenever we're sharing like new tips and tricks, great how-to information. We teach courses to estheticians. So all of that, being in the know, is mostly happening on our email. So go and sign up, and then you'll always get the sale codes. We almost never, I think once a year we'll do like a public sale, but like all of our sales is with a code. And the code for the spring sale is Spring Glow. That's SPRING, and then another GLOW. And that's going to get you 25% off. Guys, I have to figure out how I can add. Can I add like writing on top of this? If you know, Ava, I appreciate any tips on how to start a business. The question, that's a great question. My answer is just start it. Or my answer to your question is just start it, because there's like no perfect way, and you're always going to be like pivoting and changing and evolving and growing depending on what you want to do and what your customers want to do. But that's a separate conversation. Today, it's all about getting the spring glow. So if you saw me at the beginning of this video till now, you're gonna see a difference. I mean, go and rewind it, but like you can just see the glow. Like it's crazy, because I've like sugared my whole face. I've removed all the dead skin. So now I've got that glow, and I'm just gonna be chill with it for the next 24 hours. And then the reason why I wanted to reset my skin by removing all the dead skin is because I'm super excited to try this serum right here, okay? This is from my friends Jen and Rachel created this serum. It's called the Essential. It's from the Stripped Skin Science. It's different than Stripped Skincare. I know it's confusing, but I think that their Instagram handle is It's Stripped Skin Science. So ITS Stripped and then Skin Science. This serum is going to help me get rid of this spot and just kind of reverse some of the damage that my skin has sustained over the years and from the sun. And it's going to do that with the stem cells, naturally derived stem cell ingredients that are in here. So I'm excited to try this. So I've reset my skin with our whole kit and caboodle, which you guys can go to our website, sugarsugarwax.com, and get 25% off using the code SPRINGGLOW, all one word, all caps, SPRINGGLOW, at checkout for 25% off. And that's already like $65 off. So you're going to be getting a great deal. Just so you know, our serum, we sell this for $89 on its own, and the whole kit is $129, and you get 25% off. So it's a steal. And the sale ends on Sunday. And once I've passed my 24 hours of like resetting my skin with like, you know, the exfoliation, and then I've given the pores time to close back up, I'm going to be using Stripped Skin Science, the Essential Serum, for the next 30 days. So this is my 30-day supply, and I have to use it because these ingredients are not like, you know, your CVS ingredients. This is like potent stuff. And the shelf life on these jars is only like 3 months. So that's going to be part of my daily repertoire. And when I check in with you guys at the end of my 30 days, you will see, and we will both know whether my, you know, spots and stuff have disappeared or not. In the meantime, I'm going to be enjoying my fresh glow, my spring glow right here, and my bunny ears. Okay. And if you guys ever have questions, just DM us on TikTok, Instagram. You can also reach us at hello@sugarsugarwax.com. And I hope that this has been as fun for you as it has for me. I'm excited to go and do my like 10 cold splashes and then reapply that serum because it feels so delicious. So I'm going to get going, but this is what I wanted to say. So I am actually going to be going on vacation And I'm going to be sugaring my arms and legs next week, like for real, on live. I'd never done that before. I'm not even sure how or where to angle the camera, but we're going to figure it out. So on Monday, we're going to be doing arms, and on Tuesday, we're going to be doing legs because I leave on Wednesday. And then I'm going to be hair free for like basically until May. So, hope you guys enjoyed this sugaring facial tutorial. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Don't forget to use the code SPRINGGLOW at checkout at sugarsugarwax.com to get 25% off of anything. Sale ends on Sunday. It is currently Friday, so only 2 more days. Okay, happy shopping, y'all. Wait, how do I end it? Oh, I end it here. Okay, bye.